Hello Internet, day 59 of my Vlog 365 challenge. Martin here. It is Saturday. Losing track of the time slightly. It's a bit dark in here. Sorry about that. I'm out and about this weekend. I'm having a weekend away, sort of, or at least a day away, staying and spending some time with someone special, who trying to, I spoke about the other day actually, and having a really relax. I think it's the first time. I've got a couple of emails I do need to do, CMA related, and community radio awards, and you know, some little emaily housekeeping. But on the whole, I haven't got. I'm trying to have almost like a day off, which is the first time in I think what feels like weeks when I've not had something that I've had to do. Tomorrow we're supposed to be going to a media day that Adam's running, but unfortunately it's had to be cancelled. Shame, actually. I was really looking forward to Scout Media Day, doing a media PR badge with a load of scouts in his district, which I think is Lewisham, London, somewhere in London, South East London, I think. London's a big place. Someone who doesn't live in London, never has lived in London, and travels down, has lived in the South East and has travelled down to London. I don't think you really understand the scale of it until you meet Londoners, and then you start talking, like how big it is and how long it takes to get from like one corner of London into the centre. It can take, living sort of Luton way, it can take like half an hour, 40 minutes to get from Luton into St Pank. Colchester, it's about an hour, just over an hour to get to Liverpool Street. But then you chat to people, and to get from like one side of London to the other, even on the underground, can take that long, which is just crazy busy. I've often thought about living in London, actually. I think logistically it'd be a bit problematic, working at ARU or and on my home county stuff, especially actually after some of the connections and or repeating, reinforcing, redeveloping some of those connections at the conference I was at on Friday. And like the newspaper, should be working on the newspaper. Probably going to actually end up working on the newspaper tomorrow, actually, so it can go to print next week. But so it will be problematic. But equally, there's part of you that like London is a fantastic city, and I always wish I could spend more time there. And I think I will. I think when I'm settled back in Bedfordshire, I'll try and spend more time in London. I've got a lot of friends that work in and around London. So it'd be good to see them, but also there are so many things you can do in London for free, including actually the go and be an audience for BBC TV or BBC Radio. I've done BBC TV once. It was the Shakespeare sort of comedy thing that Ben Oughton wrote. I went and watched episode 2 be recorded. Never really seen that sort of TV. I've seen TV recorded before, but I think that was only live. Many years ago. I've seen a lot of radio be recorded. I was telling some friends last night, actually. So I've seen the news quiz. I think I've seen the news quiz 2 or 3 times. BBC Any Questions a couple of times. What else? Oh, just a minute. And I would recommend that. And I think if you search like BBC audiences, you can apply for tickets. It is hard to get tickets, but it's free, and it's normally a great night. So the news quiz, for example, which is half an hour, and then there's the news quiz extra, which I think is 45 minutes. The whole thing takes about an hour to an hour and a half to record, because they don't really so much do retakes. They occasionally like start a conversation again, but not repeat it. And it's mainly because they've said stuff they can't broadcast, basically. And actually, I always forget to listen. I've reconnected the podcasts on my phone to listen to the news quiz again. And actually, this week's episode of the news quiz was really good. And I need to start listening to the news quiz. The Unbelievable Truth starts again. Actually, one of the good advantages of starting to teach ARU again is we do a radio diary where we tell the students they have to listen to about an hour a week of radio. But what that does is forces me to listen to more radio as well, and more podcasts, because I always say I need to listen to more and more, and I do listen to lots, but what I do tend to listen to is just BBC Three Counties and LBC, and I need to diversify. And I've had the friends I was hanging out with last night actually were talking about podcasts that I hadn't, I'd heard of, but I hadn't done. But so if you don't listen to radio, listen to more radio. And or actually, if you've got any suggestions for podcasts or radio shows that I should listen to, put them in the YouTube comments. So if you're watching this on Facebook, click through, go to YouTube. Whilst you're there, remember to like and subscribe. And I love you all, and I will see you tomorrow.